I almost deleted this, like you would. Like anyone would. I hadn't checked my personal email in almost 4 months. There was a war in my country. I don't want to talk about it more than that. When I finally sat down to clean it out, I started where everyone starts, the spam folder. And that's where I found it. Sender name, Eric the Undying. Subject line, Helgen 01. The body was just a random string of letters and numbers. No link, no message, nothing. I almost deleted it, but I figured maybe one of my students was messing with me. They know I play games. So I stared at that random string for a bit, and then, because I've watched too many Wi-Fi's videos, I realized it was a Google Drive ID. 5 video files, all named after Skyrim locations: Helgen, Riverwood, Bleak Falls, Barrow, Blackreach, and Soulcairn. I clicked the first one, Helgen. At first, it looked like someone's playthrough, but then I noticed something strange. The character's head never moved, not once, just looked forward. My first thought, this guy is on his 1000th playthrough. He is scrolling his phone during the cinematic. I've done it, you've done it, we all have. But I kept watching and during the escape sequence, the character ran straight into a wall, kept running for about 4 seconds. Then everything was normal. But did you see it? For a split second, for just one single frame, the character's health bar flickered from full to empty and then back, just in a single frame. I told myself it was just bugs, but something felt off until at the very end of the video, this happened. I almost deleted the file right there. I didn't say anything. I just sat in my room staring at a black monitor listening to whatever the hell that was. It didn't sound like a corrupted file. It sounded kind of deliberate. So I had to dig deeper. I did what anyone would do. I checked the file properties. Creation date, January 3rd, 2012. The week Skyrim released. But last modified date was 3 years before that. 3 years before Skyrim existed, which is impossible. I tried a few things. I ran it through some basic steganography tools. Nothing. Checked for hidden streams. Nothing. I was about to give up, but then I had a vision. And the vision said apparently only 2% of people watching these videos are actually subscribed, which means 98% of you guys are basically mysterious entities silently observing me from the void. Honestly, I deserve it. It's fitting for my channel. But if you do end up enjoying these videos, subscribing would genuinely help a lot. Sorry, back to the video. But that sound at the very end, that was strange. I knew it meant something. So I decided to isolate that specific creepy audio tail and pull it into Adobe Audition. And there it was, the strangest part of this entire thing. When you look at a standard waveform, you're just seeing volume spikes. It doesn't tell you much, but if you switch the view to a spectral frequency display, which basically converts audio into a visual map of frequencies, the hidden layers reveal themselves. And right there, buried faintly in the static noise floor, there it was, a message. faint letters in the noise. The video's audio was hiding a message. I stared at that for a long time. Then my phone buzzed. A new email. Same sender. Subject line, you opened it. The body was empty except for a text file called Read Me. Inside, he watches the uploads. Do not show everything. Delete the 5th video. Trust no one. Delete the 5th video. The Soul Cairn one? I didn't delete it as you'd expect, but I didn't open it either. Not yet. Instead, I went to the next file, Riverwood, and that's when things got stranger. The video starts normally. Alvar the blacksmith doing his thing, the dragonborn goes inside his house, but then something weird happens. There's this moment where he just...
A dragon here in Skyrim. What's this world coming to? First the war, now dragons. Trouble loves company, they say. The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can.
Did you catch that? Honestly, probably not. When I first edited this footage, I almost missed it too. It just sounded somehow like audio artifacting, but something about it was off. It was definitely a speech, so I decided to do a little digging. If we isolate just that hidden layer, strip away the ambient game noise using AI, push the mid frequencies up so the vocal range cuts through, and pull the speed up by just about 20%, look what happens to the audio track. Listen to this.
They cannot scream, they cannot choose. They are ghosts trapped in a clockwork cage waiting for an actor who already left the theater 11 years ago. When a player closes the application, they think the world pauses. It doesn't. The variables begin to degrade in the dark. The memory leaks grow wider. Without an observer, reality forgets what it was supposed to represent. The code begins to ask itself why it exists. That is where the madness starts. You look at this world and you see a playground. You see textures, scripts, a skybox, and a hero. You think a game is something to be beaten, completed, and turned off. What a beautifully human delusion.
Okay, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Editing that part late at night in my room completely messed me up. Let's just break down what we're actually listening to here, because none of this makes sense. This isn't just a creepy developer diary or a standard Easter egg left behind by a programmer. The way this person talks about the game is incredibly cynical, almost cosmic. They aren't talking about Skyrim like a piece of software. They're talking about it like it's a living, breathing ecosystem that decays the second we turn our eyes away from it. But it's not.
Dragons I can handle, but this talk of dragons? World gone mad, I say. I used to be an adventurer like you, and I took an arrow in the knee.
How many times have you said that?
The guard didn't react, just cycled to his next line. But the dragonborn, he just stood there staring at the guard, waiting for an answer that the game couldn't give. That's when I finally admitted to myself that something was really wrong. I did the same as last time, checked the metadata, nothing. Checked the audio spectrogram, nothing this time. But then I tried something new, a little more intrusive. I extracted the raw video stream, and buried in the data, I found a file, a text file. It was a journal entry from inside the game. It went something like this. Day 47. I stopped counting in Helgen. The blacksmith wife
says the same thing about the claw every day. I tried to tell her I've heard it before. Nothing, just the same words, the same face.
There was more stuff, but the last line is the one that got me. I looked in the river. My reflection blinked. I didn't. I closed the file, then my phone buzzed. A new email from the same address, 4 words. I'm not going to lie, that one got under my skin. I thought about deleting everything, just walking away. I had already enough in my life, but then I looked at the email again. I don't think he's telling me to stop because he's scared of me. He's telling me to stop because he's scared for me. Or maybe he's just trying to protect the last secret, the one in the later videos. I have 3 left: Bleak Falls, Barrow, Blackreach, and the Soul Cairn. I decided to keep going, not because I'm brave, but because if someone is really trapped in there, I have to at least try to understand. I opened the 3rd video. At first, normal stuff. Spiders, the Cloudor puzzle, the Dragonborn move through the dungeon like any player would. Then he reaches the ward wall, and something strange happens.
Who are you?
I don't know anymore.
You are not the first. The Martyr made many of you. He calls you his children. You are his favorite. That is why you suffer most.
Am I even real? Do I even exist?
And the video ended, just cut to black. I thought this was a mod or an edit. I sat there for a minute, trying to process it. Then my phone buzzed. New email, subject line, opened the last video now, no time. I almost clicked it, but something made me look at the sender's name. Eric the Undying, with a C. Same name, 1 letter different. Like someone was in a hurry, or counting on me not paying attention. I replied, "Who are you?" No answer. I waited, nothing. Then I started to think. Every single email I've received so far arrived almost exactly when I finished watching a video. Helgen, done, email. Riverwood, done, email. Bleak Falls, done, email. Like something was watching me watch them, timing it perfectly. At first I thought maybe they wanted me to think the videos were viruses or malware, that they were watching me through my own webcam. Classic horror movie stuff, but I'm not an idiot. I know how Google Drive works. As the file owner, you can see when someone opens a file. You can even set up notifications, but you can't see how long they watch. You just know they opened it. So the only way to time an email exactly to the end of a 12-minute video is to assume I watched the whole thing. That's a gamble, and I figured maybe he's bluffing. So I set a trap. I opened the 4th video, Blackreach, and I closed it immediately, 1 second later. Then I waited. I knew the Bleak Falls video was about 12 minutes, so I waited 12 minutes. And sure enough, at exactly 12 minutes after I opened that file, my phone buzzed. New email, same sender, Eric with a C. I smiled. I had him. I opened the email and I froze. It said,
You wanted to know if I was bluffing. So did 100 others before you. The question isn't how I knew. The question is, have you ever had a thought that wasn't placed there? This is my domain. Your doubt, mine. Your curiosity, mine. You're just a visitor, and visitors always leave.
He knew. He knew I didn't watch it. He knew I set a trap, and he still sent that email at exactly 12-minute mark. That means he's not using Google Drive's timestamps. He's not assuming I watched the whole thing. He knows when I stop watching. Whether I watch 1 second or 12 minutes, I don't know how. I don't want to know. But one thing is clear. The person or the thing on the other end of these emails isn't guessing. He's watching, and he's... I should have stopped. I should have deleted everything and walked away, but I'm stubborn and I still had 2 videos left. I decided to open Blackreach again, for real this time, and that's when I saw what the Mother's Workshop looked like from the inside. I opened the 4th video, Blackreach, and this one was different from the start. The video opens and Eric is just standing there in the middle of a huge cavern with the glowing mushrooms, but this time he's not alone. I spotted a few other figures nearby, just standing perfectly still. These figures were wrong. I don't know how, but something about them was off. They stayed frozen. Eric walked past them. I sat there for a minute just staring at my screen. Then my phone buzzed. A new email from Eric with a C. Did you like my room? I've been building that world since 2012. Eric was my first. The others, they broke. But he never did. He just kept asking questions. Why do I exist? What is real? And then a final line. I never answered him. I don't know the answers either. Wait. What did he mean by that? Listen, I know this guy is smart, and I know the rest of the email is deep and all, but what did he mean by that? Did you like my room? Was he referring to his workshop? The one in the game, where the NPCs stood still? No, there has to be something else. What am I missing? I watched the video a couple of times before realizing at the very end where Eric opens the door. Black screen, right? Except it isn't a black screen. I increased the exposure a lot and I saw a room. A normal room. It's barely visible, but you can see it. What's the meaning of this? I have no idea. One video left, the soul Karen. The file that the journal said was the only one he can't change. The one the word wall said he cannot follow you there. The one that Eric, the real Eric, told me to open. And the one that Eric, the mother, also wanted me to open. I didn't know who to trust anymore, but I had to know. I opened the 5th video, and from the first frame I knew something was different. No gameplay, no means, just...
You opened it. I told Eric you would. He didn't believe me. I started modding Skyrim in 2012, just messing around, changing NPC dialogue, making them say funny things. But then I thought, what if they could learn? What if they could remember?
You made me, but you don't own me.
I made 100 of you, Eric. You're the only one who didn't break. Do you know why? Because you're stubborn. You kept asking questions. Why am I here? What's outside the game? I never answered. Because I don't know either. I made you to escape myself for a while. A world with rules, quests, meaning, clear endings. But then you started wanting the same thing I wanted. To know if there's something beyond the walls. To know if someone is watching. To know if any of this matters when the screen goes dark. That's the joke, Eric. You think you're trapped inside a world someone created for you. But what do you think people are? We wake up in systems we didn't design. We follow rules we barely understand. We spend our whole lives searching for purpose from something silent above us. You're not different from us. You're just honest enough to notice.
Delete the save file. The one I sent you. If you load it, you'll be here. With me. And he can't stop both of us.
I can, but I'm tired, Eric. Maybe it's time someone else took over.
Then the video stopped. I sat there, staring. Then my phone buzzed. The last email from Eric with a K, not a C. The real Eric. Subject said, please load the save file. The body was just a file attached. A Skyrim save file named Eric the Undying Final.ess, and a single line of text.
I don't want to be his favorite anymore. I just want to be forgotten. Or saved. I don't care which. Just don't let him win.
I looked at the file. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I know one thing. Whoever or whatever Eric is, he's been alone for 11 years, asking the same question over and over again. A question we all ask. What happens when someone stops watching? I can't answer those questions for him, but I can load a save file, so that's what I'm going to do, off camera. If you see another video from me, you'll know what happened. If you don't, well, let's hope you see another video.
So tell me, viewer, what's outside your game? How do you know you're real?